Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is an edition of Standouts Purchased. Why? Because I purchased Standouts. This is a playlist that I update rarely, every so often, of usually limited edition can lids. And I picked up two today. And part of the reason I picked them up was for content. One of them I actually will use, but there is a bigger reason which I will get to after I show you the cans. So the first one is a Grizzly Custom. It is long cut wintergreen. What that is supposed to be, or if it is supposed to be anything besides cool looking, I am not quite sure. It sort of reminds me of a front grille of a truck, and for whatever reason a Toyota or Nissan is coming to mind, but I somehow doubt that's what they were shooting for. But it is a good looking can. It is in their wintergreen green. The word Grizzly is raised. The outline of whatever that is supposed to be is also very slightly raised on the bottom. This one right here. It is flat for the most part except towards the edges on the top. However, real small there is LTD ED, limited edition, and that is actually raised. Wintergreen here is flat. Warning labels flat. Thin raised rim in the American Snuff Company style. It's a good looking can. Unfortunately, I am not a fan whatsoever of Grizzly Wintergreen. I may take a pinch or two out of this just to remind myself that I don't like it. But so the second can is the Copenhagen Snuff Anniversary can. And basically, you can pretty much see what's raised there. Copenhagen and the word snuff is raised, and then the diamond and the CW is also raised. You have a raised box rim in the U.S. Smokeless Tobacco Company style. This is sell by August something, to give you any idea when it may have been released and whatnot. So I have seen a couple people post pictures of these online. I happened to run into them today. Again, good looking can. The banding on this is slightly different. Anniversary lid, as you can see. And the colors to me seem to be slightly different. I mean, they have the burgundy and the black, which is sort of how the normal bands are, but there's something different. And without having a normal can in front of me, I couldn't tell you exactly what. As for the Grizzly Custom, it is also different, as you can see. Now, I do not use Grizzly. I'm a fan of the Dark Select, which as of late, the last year or so, I do not get often. That is the only Grizzly product I repeatedly through time have bought, though. So I am not exactly sure what Grizzly Customs are. I'm guessing that it is some sort of online promotion where people vote or turn in their entries for their own designs for cans, and there's winners picked. That's what I'm guessing. So I'm guessing they do it about once a year, and this is the time of year. It just struck me when I was in the shop because we're a little bit late. We've gotten past the what's usually in the spring, and I was a little surprised to see special edition lids now going into June. So why did I move? The driving reason. I had to go pick up medication for Duncan's itching problem at a vet. And the vet is over by my normal tobacco shop where I pick up stokers, and if I am waiting or have been cut short on an online delivery, sometimes pipe tobacco too, but mostly the stokers. So this shop has been shut since the shutdown, all right? And I have been getting my stokers mailed in to me from Haas 304, along with products to review here. So I was over at the vet and I was like, you know what? Let me swing by outside chance and see if there's anything changed. Because the time before I'd been by, not only was it closed, but they had installed like security bars on the inside, the ones that you pull across. They're pretty heavy duty. And I was like, okay, well, this looks like they're not planning on being around at all for quite a while. So I rolled past over there and bang, it's open. Now, in the part of Pennsylvania that I'm in, we are going to the intermediate level tomorrow. So I thought there might be some change starting tomorrow, but there was change today. It was open. The bars were still pulled, but the door bars were open, and there were a couple neon lights on. So I went in because there was something I did actually need. I had been putting off. I had run out of lighter fluid. So I went in to get lighter fluid, and I saw these cans, and I was like, well, this will add content. But the driving reason and the point of all this is gas stations, a lot of guys that tobacco-wise use dip, and I suppose people that smoke cigarettes too. You're basically covered. I'm not, just because Stoker's is not sold in gas stations around me. But for most people, a gas station covers all your needs. Gas stations, obviously, are deemed in basically every state essential. They've been open the whole time. They're also owned usually or sub-owned by huge corporations that are not going to be in any financial trouble anytime soon, if ever. Tobacco shops in states that did have shutdowns, and in democratic states, harsher shutdowns, were immediately deemed non-essential, of course, like that was any surprise to anybody. And these places have been closed down. And their owners have lost a lot of money, and their employees have not been working, so, you know. So I talked to the girl in there, and I got the lighter fluid, and I saw the Grizzly can, and I was like, you know what, give me that too. I didn't explain to her why. And on the way out, I saw the Copenhagen can. So I went out of the car, went back in, grabbed that. And the reason is, basically, bottom line was, although I could do this video, I was just trying to buy stuff from them. At the end of the day, I was just trying to slide cash into the register. That was it. Because these places, I mean, they're taking... This is a segment of small business that is taking a hit. And it should be no surprise to anyone that in Democratic-led states that had harsher shutdowns, like mine, or my part of my state, it should be no surprise to anyone that tobacco was immediately targeted. All right? So, basically, if the local gas station is the only place that has what you dip, okay. If you're in financial, hardship mode and the gas station prices are cheaper, okay. But if you have the money to spend and you can take the extra mile or two to a, mom and pop tobacco shop, spend the money there. All right? Nothing's going to be happening at the gas stations. All right? They're fine. They will be fine. But so-and-so tobacco shop that has 3 employees and an owner, a single owner or a family that owns, yeah, they have gotten the short end of the stick here, and that was the driving reason behind getting these. And yes, I thought, okay, well, I can do a video. I could have done a video just with this. I went back for this. This was actually pretty. I was a little surprised actually. I don't know if Copenhagen. Now this is the top tier of Copenhagen. Anything in the fiberboard is up priced, but in PA now, which we're fairly middle ground on tobacco prices, this was like close to $6. I was a little surprised. I knew it was going to be like $5, but it was up like $5.78 or something, some weird price. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, but the idea was to spend money, so I guess I accomplished that. Anyway, so those are the two cans, and this has been an edition of Standouts Purchased. As I said at the beginning, I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy, and I will be back very shortly with a long format chew review. I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.